It doesn't matter how many RPGs you have played over the course of your life. Everyone remembers their first adventure. I still remember the first game I ever played. It was Dragonlance, and I rolled up a Kender. Definitely unforgettable.
For me, it was Palladium Games Robotech, Veritech fighter pilot, of course.
Game Masters, if you're watching this right now, please let me know in the comments below what is your first game adventure and bonus points if you remember your character. I would love to read them and if you're as you're pondering that, do you have a game ready in the back burner of your mind, a special game prepared for new players so that their first experience will be as memorable as yours? Today we're going to review Free League Publishing's Shire Adventures, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition supplement for the Lord of the Rings role-playing. Could this be the ultimate gateway for new players? Will experienced players love this book? Stick around after the credits. Hello everyone, and thank you for watching Really Dicey. This is Manny.
And I'm RJ. Before we go any further, don't forget to take a moment right now to subscribe so we know that you're interested in this kind of content.
Shire Adventures is a little over 100 pages with two main sections. The first one, regarding the Shire, tells all about the history, NPCs, and adventure seeds they have in this region of Middle-earth. And the second section, The Conspiracy of the Red Book, is a 5-part adventure campaign.
Yeah, the first section is basically an old-style sourcebook for the Shire region. It's pretty amazing.
I think players who only have watched the movies will be surprised at how big the Shire is and what it's comprised of. The Shire has 4 major sections, and overall you will get information about the history of this location, like how it was founded, and major historical events. You'll be introduced to their culture and norms like the art of smoke rings. You will get stats on NPCs and encounter charts on many of the landmarks that are found there.
I enjoyed a lot of the details here. For example, there are no weapons in the Shire except for those simple ones carried by the sheriffs and bounders. Even daggers are not socially acceptable. This is definitely not a murder hobo friendly setting. And each hamlet and inn is detailed, along with rumors and talk to overhear in the taverns and byways. And even the Old Forest is included as a region, and the maps are superb.
I will try to avoid spoilers about the second section, The Conspiracy of the Red Book. I will say that I ran this adventure twice, sort of. I ran the One Ring second edition version, and most recently the 5e version. They are both very easy adventures to run. In fact, the adventures feel like a guide of how to play in Middle-earth, and you feel like you're on a tour of what Hobbit life is all about, which is fantastic if you're looking for an alternative to other RPG fantasy settings. There are no dungeons to explore or dragons to be fighting, at least in these adventures. But you get an incredible social atmosphere, a lot of skill challenges, problem solving, and comedic moments.
What I like about this adventure series is that it evokes the atmosphere of the first Lord of the Rings book. The Shire seems quite large and diverse. The dangers in the Shire are mostly suspicious neighbors, disapproving stares, and hobbit Karens. Animals are incorporated nicely into the setting. Be nice to them as hobbits would. Trees may or may not have some sentience. Elves can occasionally be seen in the night woods. All of those Shire elements are woven nicely into a story that ramps up the danger level as it progresses and makes the ultimate dangers much more impactful because of how they contrast with the peaceful hobbit existence.
There is an appendix at the end with pre-made character sheets for your players, and they are all hobbits, which should tell you right away about the tone of these adventures. If you have players who would like a more immediate Jeopardy type of situations, you may have to adjust the adventures. But these adventures are a great way to not only introduce new players to role-playing games, but introduce players of all experiences to the world of Middle-earth. The adventures do start off light and delightful, like chasing an owl from a barn or crossing an angry river, but it does get more dangerous toward the end. For those of you who are collecting everything connected to the One Ring second edition, the Shire Adventures is actually 2 books you probably have already in your collection, The Shire and Adventures, which are found in the One Ring second edition box set. Unless you are a completionist, then you don't need this book, but if you just bought the Lord of the Rings role-playing core rulebook, then this will fit right in. The art and design style is similar and just as fantastic. Again, great job on the cover.
The downside to this adventure is that it may disappoint a lot of 5e players because it isn't the same level of danger and stakes that they may expect. Like you said, no dragons. A lot of the conflicts won't be solved by combat because war is not in the Hobbit culture. Instead, players will have to think like hobbits, fight smart, be creative, stay alive. But I think that's the strength of this adventure.
In conclusion, experienced game masters or lore masters may need to modify the adventures depending on your audience. But overall, it's a solid book, a great series of adventures that does feel like Middle-earth and less generic D&D. The art, again, is fantastic. I think the strongest feature will be the fantastic details contained in the lore. Even without the adventures, I would buy this book on the lore alone. Thank you for watching, everyone. Again, please like and subscribe and comment. More comments. Stay tuned for more reviews.
And be kind to animals.